Hello. I'd like you to picture this scene. You've just arrived home after a long, hard day at work and feel absolutely drained of all energy. All you want to do is to slump exhaustedly into your favourite armchair and chill out, watching perhaps some trash TV. Now, it's a natural enough desire, but it's also one more likely to make you feel more fatigued rather than refreshed. So here's another way of approaching the same problem, this time using the power of your breath to energize and lift you when you're feeling tired or down. It's easily mastered. The technique is very easy to learn. You can do it in just a few minutes between, say, stopping one activity and starting another. It's called the energizing breath, and as the name suggests, you'll use it to increase your level of physical and mental vitality, and you can do this anytime you feel fatigued. Now, those of you who have studied yoga will probably recognize it as sun moon or alternate nostril breathing, and I'm including it here because in my studies of the relationship between breathing and brain waves, the activity that takes place in our head, I found it to be a highly effective way of creating the ideal mental state for restoring flagging energy to mind and body. You could also use this same approach to, for example, soothe, calm your nerves, increase levels of alertness, focus and concentrate your mind, or indeed in any situation where levels of mental and or physical arousal are starting to undermine your performance. Before explaining how you do it and the movements involved, which are simplicity itself, let's carry out a simple experiment that will give you an insight into perhaps a little known aspect of your breathing. What I'd like you to do is to gently close your right nostril like this and inhale a few times through the left. Now reverse the process, close your left nostril and repeat the same process, this time inhaling through your right nostril. You'll almost certainly find that the air flows more easily and smoothly through one nostril than it does the other. But if you repeat this exercise in about, let's say, 60 to 90 minutes time, you should probably find that the air now flows more freely through the alternative nostril. And this is because, like beneath the mucous membrane, is a thick, spongy tissue layer which rapidly fills with blood. It's a specialized type of tissue that is also found in the breasts and genitals, and it makes it possible for them to erect themselves during arousal. As a result, there's an intimate relationship between sexual activity and blocked up nostrils, a medical condition known to doctors as honeymoon nose. Within the nose, the engorgement of this tissue with blood follows a clear pattern, and this is called an ultradian rhythm. And it has a cycle of about 90 minutes, which explains why it's easier to breathe through one nostril than the other at different times of the day. Now, opinions divided over the exact purpose of these rhythmic changes within the nasal cavity. One view is that when we are using our right nostril and breathing, we stimulate the left hemisphere of the brain. This receives greater stimulation than the left. Once the switchover has occurred and we're breathing mainly through our left nostril, this actually stimulates the right hemisphere of the brain. This is a natural rhythm but ensures both sides of the brain, both hemispheres, are equally stimulated over a 24-hour period. Yogis who've devoted their lives to the study and practice of breathing believe it brings about profound psychological consequences. They claim, for example, that right nostril breathing is associated with more outwardly directive and aggressive behaviour, whilst left nostril dominance produces a more passive and contemplative state of mind. So life and energy enhancing is this simple and straightforward procedure that some of my clients actually have referred to it as their 3-minute miracle. So here's what you do. Sit upright, making sure your spine is straight and your shoulders are drawn back. Your head and your neck are vertical so as to ensure your airways are clear and unrestricted. Raise your right hand up to your nose, keep your elbow pointed outwards so that you could take a full breath. Now, raising your hand with the elbow close to the chest will tend to restrict your breathing. So now use your thumb and either of your ring or little fingers to block off the nostril. Do this one at a time. So start by using the thumb to close your right nostril. Now take in a full breath through your left nostril. This is the inhalation part of the sequence. Next, close both nostrils just briefly. This is what we call the retention part of the sequence. Now release your thumb and breathe out fully through your right nostril until your lungs feel empty. Pause for a moment as you move into the relaxation stage. Now start again using the second sequence. Do exactly the same as you did before. Close one nostril, inhale through the next, close both, then open the other one and breathe out through it. Now, if you suffer from high blood pressure or giddiness, you need to be careful at the very top of your breath, as you may get a little bit giddy. And if this happens at any time, just return to your normal breathing until you feel better. Some people suggest that 20 cycles are most appropriate. In my view, however, performing any exercise or procedure with care and attention and using a good technique for just 3 minutes is better than spending twice as long but losing focus and allowing the technique to deteriorate. In all forms of exercise, what is needed is to produce consistently good results. It is the quality, not the quantity, of the application which matters. If you go to our website www.themindchangers.co.uk, you'll find a great deal more information, guidance and advice, all free, on this aspect and other aspects of breathing. You'll be able to download free sets of instructions and watch preview videos of my powerful and effective home training program, which is based on 2 DVDs and a printed book. In the next video, Dan will take you through a relaxation procedure and show you how to use some of the breathing techniques that you've learnt over the course of these 4 videos to good effect. Now, if you've liked this series of videos, then do please click subscribe and say you like it, because that's very helpful to us. And if you want further information, as I say, if you go to www.themindchangers.co.uk, and we should be able to help you, or post us a comment on this video and we will deal with it as soon as we possibly can. So thank you very much for watching.